welcome to our new program here at MISD. It's called Inside the Classroom. I'm Ron Bland, and before we get started, let's talk about some of the great things that are going on in our classrooms and on our athletic fields and stages. First of all, MHS is going to do a musical this weekend. Everyone needs to come out and visit that. The MHS football and volleyball team, along with the Heritage football team, are all first place in their districts. This week, MHS cross country won the girls won their district championship, and Heritage cross country ladies also qualified for region. And then finally, on the tennis court, MHS won the area. They are the area champions, and they will be continuing on. But the big thing going on in our classrooms this week is that we did open some classrooms. Finally, the Gene Coleman Elementary School opened on Wednesday. Everyone was excited to see that. We've got everybody where they belong, and everything is going swimmingly here in MISD. At this point in time, though, let's move on and talk about reading with our ELR elementary specialist. That's Miss Lauren Benner here with me today. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so great to have you with us. The point of this program is to get you a little bit more informed about the things that are going on in the classroom. So let's talk about reading. Obviously, I mean, most people just don't really think about it, but there's a science behind it. What is it?
There is a science behind it. So in Midlothian ISD, we use what's called a structured literacy framework. They do modeling, classroom guided practice, and independent practice. They teach these skills in a very systematic way as well, in a specific order, so that the language skills can be broken down in ways that students can understand them easily.
Okay, and so what exactly are some of the critical components then that go into this?
So critical components in pre-K through third grade would be fluency, phonological awareness, which is the ability to hear sounds and words, phonics, which is the connection with spelling and sounds, and also vocabulary.
So many people probably think about reading, may not be as important in elementary school as it is in the secondary level. But it's probably more critical to get those foundation things, is it not?
It is. I would say teaching reading is the most critical skill in elementary, especially at the kinder to third grade level. We teach the students skills to be able to decode and break apart words so that they can learn to read. And when they learn to read, then they can read to learn.
And then how much of the day or how much emphasis is put on this at the elementary level?
A large portion of the day is spent towards this. In our kindergarten through second grade classrooms, we spend about 140 minutes on reading instruction. So a very large part of the day is spent on this critical skill.
Okay, and if I had elementary people at home, what can I do to help them with their reading? What can parents do?
What I would suggest parents do is to not have their students guess the words and not tell them the words, but have them work on the skills that they know. What sounds do they know in a word? You can practice rhyming games in the car. You can ask students what a sound something starts with, and things like that, where you don't have to actually have a book in front of them.
And then I know a lot of people read to their kids. Is that as effective as letting the kid read to you, or how does that work?
So there's definitely a benefit to both. I think reading to students builds that love of literacy, which is what we all want. It also lets them be exposed to more rigorous texts that they wouldn't be able to read on their own, and building those comprehension skills. But also it's important for them to have those opportunities to read to you.
And I know you have some resources for parents. We can put that here on the screen at this point, but what are they looking for when they go to these websites?
So what you're looking for on these websites are phonics skills and decoding skills that the teachers are teaching, so they're reinforcing those skills at home. We are straying away from leveled readers where we're just working on a certain level, but we're more working on the skills that they're learning in the classroom.
And is there a difference from like K2 to like 3 to 5? Is there a difference, or is it all pretty much the same according to their ability level?
So in K2, we work more on those foundational skills, learning how to decode and break apart the words so that they can make meaning of them. In 3rd through 5th, most students have those skills, are able to do those skills, and so they're more working on comprehension. What part of the text do I understand? How can I make a connection to it?
Great, thank you. This is informative. Now I need to go read. Thank you guys for being with us. Before we go, though, I want to tell you next Saturday, which I believe is the 21st, or maybe it's the 22nd, we are going to have a elementary ribbon cutting at Gene Coleman Elementary. And that is going to be on Saturday coming up, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. It's going to be at 10 o'clock over at Gene Coleman. If you're in that area, if your kids go there, there's also going to be an open house later. So come on over and join us for that. And then on Monday, the 24th, we're going to have our first Parent U of the year. And the topic of that's going to be bullying. It's going to be at 6 o'clock at the admin building. We invite you to come up and get some information on that. And we appreciate you being here with us today. We'll have another one of these Inside Classrooms next week. Thanks for joining us.